Every now and then, I see a Total War mod based on a setting or time period that I never thought possible in the series. All the Lord of the Rings mods like Divide and Conquer or Dauntless Days that I've been covering lately are a great example, but there are more grounded historical mods as well that just simply blow me away every time I play them. So in today's video, I'm going to show you all the reasons why, especially with the latest updates, the Great War mod for Napoleon is essentially the World War I Total War we could ever dream of. Now, this mod is built on Napoleon Total War, which means there are battle systems here far better than Empire. There's a much more active AI, as well as just way less bugs, crash issues, and of course, far better graphics and visual effects. All of which means things like the incredible World War I naval battles or the highly intense land engagements are built on a game that is perfect for this type of gameplay. Despite the smaller campaign map, which is pretty much the only problem I have with the game, the Great War mod uses every available tool and system it can to make the campaign as fun as possible. We have an extensive roster of 18 playable factions comprising the Entente, Great Britain, France, and Russia, the Central Powers with the German Empire, Austria, Hungary, and the Ottomans, and 12 minor factions with Italy, Spain, Greece, Sweden, and Norway, Serbia, Portugal, Belgium, and Romania, and Switzerland, the Netherlands, and Denmark. This wealth of options means awesome replayability and great opportunities to relive, reshape, or entirely rewrite the history of World War I. After selecting your faction and starting your campaign, you'll find yourself in late June of 1914, receiving the fateful event notification about Archduke Franz Ferdinand's assassination, the catalyst for the impending First World War. In the diplomacy tab, the major factions have already taken their sides, while minor factions remain neutral, but their allegiances may shift over time, imbuing diplomacy with a dynamic quality rarely seen in Total War games. The AI is quite active in diplomacy. It does well to build up its regions, create well-composed armies that effectively either defend their lands or go on the offensive, which is all really impressive to see, especially in older games like Napoleon Total War. But the mod also introduces a plethora of innovations, including reconnaissance planes that traverse the campaign map, impeccably designed custom-made vehicles like tanks, historically accurate characters and character portraits that really bring your factions to life, dreadnoughts charting the campaign map, and meticulously scripted events such as revolutions and plagues. And this is only just scratching the surface of all the amazing modding work the developers have done here to authentically recreate the Great War. The tech tree is especially one that goes beyond my expectations, offering a variety of historically accurate and diversified development progressions for each faction and granting players the freedom to shape their nation's identity, with options ranging from nationalism to Marxist communism, with over 79 distinct technologies encompassing destroyer advancements, mass communication, and war bonds. Players can tailor their faction's development to align with military, civic, or economic priorities, fostering a highly personalized playstyle that you don't often see properly done in mods like these. Every faction, of course, begins with unique starting conditions and military forces of varying size. The Ottomans, for example, start with a relatively small force, recently trained with German assistance and a lonely destroyer near Constantinople, while the Germans start their campaign with 6 formidable armies of really great composure poised to invade Western Europe. With factions like these, the absence of protracted army buildup phases lends an immersive touch and thrusts players into massive battles right from the outset, which is just amazing to see. And this huge distinction between the Ottomans and the German start positions and their starting armies is a great example of the kind of replayability that I'm talking about. We've also got fantastic immersive scripted events and messages that enrich the narrative, recounting historical events like the sinking of the HMS Lusitania, or introducing impactful gameplay elements such as the influenza outbreak. We've got unique units and agents, including cargo ships capable of exploiting trade nodes scattered across the map, reconnaissance planes that reveal extensive areas, and we've got a reworked trade resource system as well that introduces commodities such as coal, copper, and oil battle, along with a diverse array of buildings that exploits them all, and that is a really, really nice touch. All of this and more leads to an unparalleled commitment to historical immersion. Every element from the characters in your cabinet to the name of the pilot commanding your reconnaissance plane, the individual unit types with their distinct origins, and the various battleships and tanks reflects an insane amount of attention to detail here. This kind of effort results in an unforgettable, unique experience that transports you to the time and conflict like no official Creative Assembly release could ever hope to achieve, and does such a good job of encapsulating the essence of this era and its style of warfare. Speaking of warfare, the battles in the Great War mod are just as impressive. The battle AI most of the time is a tactically challenging opponent, and the visual representation of units is nothing short of breathtaking. The battle gameplay is so special, with units like flamethrowers, huge menacing tanks, and visually stunning infantry. From tank textures to unit faces and weapons, everything is implemented with precision, which goes such a long way to bringing these World War I engagements to life. The roar of artillery barrages targeting advancing infantry evokes genuine terror, and for those inclined, the mod even accommodates exclusive tank battles, an incredible experience in itself. Despite the absence of era-specific ship models, an unfortunate reality that is the limitation of the game's engine, naval battles remain engaging and provide a sense of long-range warfare that is just so inspiring. The mod team has made really amazing efforts to enhance the modern appearance of these ships despite using base vanilla models with textures that look more metallic, and especially when the masts are destroyed, you can kind of see how these could be World War I warships. While naval combat may not appeal to everyone, it stands as a pretty great accomplishment within the mod's scope and capabilities. Finally, the latest major update with version 6.0 represents the culmination of many years of dedicated development and modding effort, and the results are unequivocally worth the wait. Many player concerns have been addressed, an abundance of content and immersion has been infused into the mod, cementing its status as one of, if not the finest Total War mods ever made. The team also released a patch which brings the mod to version 6.2, which greatly simplifies the installation process, so downloading and playing the mod has truly never been easier, which is an amazing thing. To install the mod, all you have to do is open the zip file and click on the 6.2 folder, then drag and drop the data folder into your Napoleon Total War folder here, and choose to overwrite the existing files. Then drag and drop the user script file from the 6.2 folder into the Napoleon scripts folder located in the user app data directory. And finally, with all that done, launch Napoleon Total War from your Steam library. As always, if you have any questions or issues with the installation, you can drop a comment below, consult the MODDB page, or you can join the mod's Discord server, which I've linked below for you in the video description. Everyone there is super helpful, and you can also speak to the developers themselves and keep updated with their latest work. And that's it for today, guys. The Great War mod is a Total War experience unlike any other, and it's got almost everything you could wish for from an official World War I Total War. Historical accuracy, engaging narrative, detailed campaign gameplay, and spectacularly immersive battles. It's a mod that honestly impresses me every time I play it, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I think you will find it impressive too. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, do give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think about the Great War mod as well. Subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news just like this. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.